Hey hackers, how's it going? Good to see y'all again at this workshop where we'll be creating a GitHub action, our very first GitHub action. So let's get right into the workshop. Um, First, let me see how many of you would be following us to and building this on stream with us. So that way I'll know if I have to wait for you or or not. Okay. Oh wow. So we've got a hacker who's following us and they'll be building with us on stream. So I can't wait to see what you come up with as well. So like all of these workshops that we'll be hosting today, they are just meant to be really simple, really easy, and they would just give you an idea of uh, what the platform is like. And by the end of the workshop, you'll be able to build a tiny project, a micro hack uh, that might inspire you to yeah we are yeah, so there's a message. Would you mind recording? Yep, this is being recorded and this would be available on YouTube as well at the end of this stream. So, oh, even if you're watching, it's fine too. You can always refer to this later. So basically, the reason we are hosting these workshops is to provide you with some inspiration and give you the chance to try out something new this weekend, like creating GitHub actions using a different technology like Twilio, which I just hosted a few half an hour ago. Uh, so that's the whole point of these workshops, and we also want to inspire you to use these technologies in your project this weekend. So let's get right into our workshop. So first, what are GitHub Actions? Let me present my screen. Um, I'll be sharing this Chrome tab here. Yep. So if you go to the GitHub Marketplace, then you'll see like lots of actions. There are about 13,000 actions here, and they all help you do like a lot of automation. So basically, the purpose of actions on GitHub is automation. So there's an action from sync. Sync is like a service which lets you check your applications for vulnerabilities. So if you add sync to your repository, to your project, then you'll be able to automatically check if there's a new vulnerability using sync. Then you can also add this action to your project, which would let you send an SMS using GitHub through Twilio programmable SMS. So there are all sorts of these actions, and they're from Google, AWS, Fortify, and all of these big companies as well. But we are going to be building a really basic action. So before we start building, uh, hi Rashid, welcome to Frey Hats. So before we start building, uh, what we are going to do is simply yep. So so first I'm going to explain my idea to you. So the way open source works is you create a project and then you open source it, like put all of its source code on the on publicly available, make that publicly available, and then other people will get a chance to contribute to your project, so they can submit like pull requests, which would basically mean taking your code and then adding it to the main project. That's the purpose of pull request. So you can find a project that is open source, you can create a fork out of it, and then you can make any of your changes, the changes that you want to make to that project, and then you just have to submit a pull request to the original project. So the original project can pull your changes and add it to the main project that they created. So that's the purpose of a pull request. And often these pull requests can be a great way to show the spirit of open source, which is collaboration. So when someone is like creating a pull request to your repository, it means that they are helping you. Maybe it's by fixing an issue, or it can even be for example, it can even be a new feature, adding a new feature. So whenever someone submits a pull request, you got to thank them. And that's why we'll be creating a simple GitHub action today that would thank anyone who submits a pull request to our repository. So now that we have understood the idea, I'm going to present my screen here, um, and help you set up your dev environment. So we are going to start this from the very beginning. So what I want you all to do is go to this site called replit.com. I'm going to be putting the banner over here. HTTPS replit.com. All right. So if you head over to replit.com, you'll be able to um, create a new account. So I'm going to demonstrate that as well. So share screen. I'm going to be sharing this window for now, or I could share a Chrome tab. So yep. So then you'll be creating a new Replit account, which would bring you to this dashboard. So in the chat, let me know if you have created a Replit account, and let me know when you're done so that I can wait until then, and we can continue from we can continue afterwards. So put a little thumbs up in the chat or something when you're done with creating a Replit account and you reach this dashboard. Ready. All right. So now we'll proceed. If anyone else has some questions, you can like use this link that's still up over here and create a new Replit account. It's very easy to use. It's very intuitive. Now Freyhats is giving you all a hacker plan for free. So here's how to redeem that. So you go to this pricing thing over here, and now if you see hacker plan would have like lots of additional features, like more powerful repls. Um, oh, first let me explain what Replit is. So basically, Replit is a environment. Replit is like a service which lets you create any, which lets you run any code in your browser. Just you need internet access. You don't need a really powerful machine. You don't need a you don't need to take care of all of the memory storage and other dependency requirements. It's just simple. You just create a REPL and start coding. That's how easy it makes. And Replit is also really cool for collaboration. So if you're working on your hack together this weekend, if you have some teammates, you can collaborate with them on Replit, and then you can code together. That's really cool. And the hacker plan that we are providing you lets you create unlimited private REPLs, and it also gives you AI powered helpers. So there's a really cool thing called code generation where you can tell it what code you want to generate, and then it would give you suggestions. There's also a code explainer where if you just highlight the code like this, then it would tell you what that line of code does. Really cool stuff. So now let's upgrade to hacker. So for that, you need to go to replit.com/redeem. And once you're at this screen, you need to just punch in the code FreyHats and redeem. So you should see this successfully redeemed FreyHats thing over here. So whoever is following with me, let me know when you're done, and then we can proceed. Oh, you got the Replit hacker plan? Excellent. So now let's create a REPL. So now we'll be building our GitHub action in Node.js. Let's call this FreyHats action. FreyHats action. Okay, cool. Now we are going to call this FreyHats action. And now we need to go to github.com and then create a repository. So in fact, we don't even need to do that because right now we are using Replit. So we can create a Git repo right here within Replit. So you just go to this version control thing, and then there would be a blue button. You just have to click on it, and then you'll have to wait for some time. So you can create a new repository here, FreyHats action. All right, all right. So we have created a new GitHub repository. So now you can see this even in github.com. Let me know when you're done with this, if you're following. Let me know when you're done. Okay, you have connected to GitHub. Now you need to create a repository. So um, head over here to version control, and then there would be like a button over here. You just click on it, and then you'll have to add a name and a description. After that, let me know so that we can continue from there. This is going to be really easy stuff, and anyone can build it. I'll be waiting here for you to complete your GitHub action along with me on stream. So okay, private repo is created. Cool. Now we go to the next step, which is basically to um, okay. So now you got to click on this shell thing over here, which would give us the shell or the terminal for. And wait a second. Okay. So now this would give us the shell, and over here we need to run this command npm init. So npm init would basically So npm init would basically create a package.json file. There would be some questions that we have to answer, but right now I'm just gonna leave this to default. All right. So now if you go back over here, you'll see that this has created a package.file. Now that's cool. Now we need to create another file, action.yml. And over here you need to get some stuff done. So where your GitHub action actually runs is going to be a different server at GitHub, like at a environment on GitHub. So we need to create a couple of YML files here. So let's name our action. So we are going to call it thank you action, since we'll be thanking everyone who submits a pull request. Description would be a say thank you to new pull requests, and then we can add a couple of other stuff over here, like author can be Kanha, and we can obviously add even inputs. So over here now I'll need to pull up this guide that I'm using. Just give me a second there. All right, so now we need to add a couple of inputs. So what these inputs do is they would access the GitHub token and the tenor token. So we are going to be posting like a thank you GIF, a GIF that says thank you, and we'll get that from tenor. So we just gotta connect our GitHub and tenor tokens. So inputs GitHub token. This is going to be equal to um, description GitHub token. All right, and we also okay. Let's this should be required as well if you want to run this action. And we also need a tenor token. Tenor token. Tenor is like this service which lets you, see GIFs. You can check it out for yourself. Tenor token. All right, and required. So over here we'll be using the Tenor API. So required true. All right, now we need to configure some more basic stuff. Now I can drop some links to the GitHub docs where you'll see how to create an action. They would have all of this syntax over there. So let me just get that link from here. Um, you can always check out this link for yourself. What I've posted in the chat right now. You can check it out for yourself, and then you'll see all of the stuff I'm doing and where I'm getting the syntax from. Okay, so now this needs to be run on Node.js. So we are going to be using node 12 for that, node 12. And oh, using, I forgot to write using over here, using node 12. This should be in single quotations, and main, this is going to be dist index.js. So right now there isn't a dist folder in here, but then I'll show you later on what we are going to do with this. So right now this might not make perfect sense, right, because we don't have any dist folder here. But then we are going to write some more code here that would give us a dist folder. So let's create like a uh, a script. Okay, so we need to create a folder under FreeHats action that's going to be um, src source. All right, and then we can just create a new file. So touch action.js. Oops, we had to create it in within that folder, so I forgot to cd into it. So we'll cd into it by writing cd src, and then that's where we are going to use touch action.js. All right, so now when you open this src uh, thing over here, and then you'll see like action.js in it. Now over here you can like create a very simple javascript function, um, just to test this out for the sake of it. And that's going to log or print hello world to the console. So hello world is what it's going to say, and semicolon. And now we just need to run this right away. Even though it's an async function, will be running it right now over here. Doesn't do anything except print hello world. So now we are going to run this. So simply type node action.js, and it should print hello world. So if you have followed me until here, please reply in the chat. Oh, okay, cool. Um, Great. So now we'll proceed. So have any of you built a GitHub action before? I just wanted to know. Have you like built any GitHub action before, or heard of GitHub actions? Let me take a quick survey over here. So oh, cool. So you're building a GitHub action for the first time. Interesting. I would love to see what you come up with. Um, so anyway, let's get back to our code. All right. So now this hello world works. Okay. So remember we mentioned something about a dist folder, and it isn't there anywhere over here right now. So we need to create one. And the reason we need to create this is because all of the all of the dependencies that we'll be using in this action, they all need to be packaged and created into one file. So for that we'll be using a thing called ncc. It's from Vercel. So let me just copy that and put it in the chat over here. So this is what we'll be using. This is like the easiest way to create an action, which I'm showing you here. We'll just have to put it all into yep. So what I wanted to say is this NCC would help us compile all of this, all of our project's dependencies, and all of the scripts that we'll be creating, and it would package it all up into just one file under dist. So let's add this file. It seems that you are following me, so I'll just use yarn over here. Now the thing with Replit is that it's really easy to get started, so you can just directly use this command, yeah, yarn add Vercel ncc and a minus t. So this command will install this ncc onto your project. Then you'll see, since this is like the first thing we are installing, you'll see a yarn.lock. or a packaged if you're using npm. Now over here we are using yarn. um, so I hope you are following me till here and you were able to install this ncc. Now our next step is going to be to actually make that this directory and uh, make a script under that. I mean, make a file under that. So let's go back to our package.json. Let's go to our package.json, and you see there are some scripts over here. We need to just press enter over here and then create our script, which is going to be build. Now, what build is going to do is this. So I'm going to be like copying this thing and pasting it in the StreamYard as well. So if you enter this command, I mean, it's not a command, it's something that you have to put under scripts after build. So if you like add this script over here, and then you just need to add a comma. Remember to put that comma over there since it's like a JSON file. Yep. Now you just need to, it's auto saved in Replit. So now we just need to test this out, like whether it works. So we're going to run yarn build. Oh, we need to cd again and then cd into Freyhat's action and then run yarn build. All right, so now you see we have a dist folder over here that I was talking about, and we have a index.js in it. So what it has done is compiled all of our code. It's the same function that was over here, but NCC has created it over here. This is basically what NCC does: packages all of our dependencies into one file here. And now we can even run this out and test this. So we are in dist. Um, so let's do node dist index.js instead of cd. Okay, cool. So it gives us the same output as the previous function. So you see hello world. All right. Does this work? Yeah, yeah, that's right. Yep, that's correct. You're correct. I think Replit also had a thing where they would format our code for us automatically. I don't know if that's over here, or maybe it was a VS Code extension I use, or uh, oh yeah, this button right here. So it's not formatted for you. If you just press this little thing, it isn't in JSON, but then wherever it is applicable, it would format it for you. So if you like, okay, let me know if you are done till here, and if your yarn build works, and um, if this command works for you, we can proceed after that. All right, you're ready. Excellent. Let's go to the next step over here. That is going to be um, okay. So now we need to create a folder. Since this action will be running in GitHub, we need to create a folder for that only applies to GitHub. So let's make a directory mkdir dot github. That's what we are going to do. Now you see a folder here. So you just need to add a another folder in it. We'll use the terminal because we are cool. Oops. Um, oh, this is a hidden directory or something. Let me cd back into Freyhat's actions, cd, and then cd into, yep. Now we just need to cd into .github, and now we need to create another directory for workflows. So basically, what actions let you do is do workflows and automate them on GitHub. So you might have a workflow uh, which should check your code for vulnerabilities. Like like I told you about that sync example. So uh, so with a GitHub action you can automate that, and that's why this is really cool. Anyway, back to this. Made directory, we need to create a workflows directory. And yep, I can see it here. And now within this workflows directory, we need to create a file called test.yml. Now in test.yml, we'll add a couple of stuff here that would enable our action to run on GitHub. As you can see, this folder starts with a dot and it says .github, which means it only applies to GitHub, and that's where we'll be running our action. So let me just check the chat if there are any questions. All right, so we can proceed here. Uh, Now I'm going to be telling you what all to add to this. Now again, if you go back to that previous link I shared, that's going to be at, oops, the stream starting soon banner was still there. Okay, where's that link I shared just a couple of minutes ago? Okay, I think I lost it here between all of these banners. Oh, it was in the chat. Yeah. Here. So if you head over to this link, then you'll find all of the documentation related to this. But right now, I'm going to show you the easiest ways to create a GitHub action. So if you are curious to know more, just head over to this link, and uh, you'll find explanations to why we are doing what we'll be doing here, the syntax and all of that. So let's create a name for this file. This can be a test. And where do we need this GitHub action to run? This action needs to run on pull requests. So like I said, pull request is a way of contributing back to open source. So you fork someone's project, and then you make some changes to it, add some features with some bugs or issues, and then you create a pull request and give back your code to their to the original project, and then they can choose to merge it. So on pull requests, so we want to thank people who create pull requests. So whenever a new pull request is created, we need to run this thing on pull requests. And now we're going to go over here and then add a thing for type. So type needs to be opened. When someone opens a pull request, we want to thank them for like contributing to our repository. Now we'll add a couple of other stuff here, important stuff. Ubuntu latest. And steps are going to be uses, actions, check out at v2. And we'll add another one of these steps, another thing underneath steps, uses dot slash. All right, so let me know when you type this, and then I will explain all of this stuff. It may look like jargon to you, like it might not make sense what the dot slash and stuff is. So let me know when you're done, and then I will okay, so you're saying ready right now. Okay, cool. Mm, all right. So here's what we typed over here. First, we created a new GitHub Actions workflow called test. So as you can see, this folder is specific to GitHub. We created a workflow for here. So that's why the folder workflows is nested under GitHub. And then we created a workflow that's called test.yml. And we first named it test, and it triggers anytime a pull request is opened. And then it creates a new job called test. So under this jobs, you can nest as many jobs as you want. uh, so the one that we are doing right now is test, and now we are telling it to run on the latest version of Ubuntu. So if you remember what I told you a while ago, that these GitHub actions, they would be running on GitHub servers in GitHub's environment on, onto your project. So that's how they work. So we want our action to be executed on a latest version of Ubuntu. Now Ubuntu is like a Linux operating system, a Linux distribution, and that's where we want our code to run. Now, um, steps. So all of this is like a part of GitHub's actions. You know, this is like a default part of action. So what we needed to do is first check out our code and then use the code inside of that project as a step in our job. And now let's like commit all of these files. Now it's a good time to commit. Let me see what time it is. And okay, cool. So what did you change? We just started creating our first GitHub action. Then we are going to commit and push. All right, I'll give you a minute to commit and push whoever is following me. Um, Let me see there. Okay, when does this workshop end? It might end in like another. It's scheduled for half an hour only, so it should have ended already. But then this would take like 1 hour or so. So half an hour is still remaining. That's what I meant. All right, your push is done. Excellent, excellent. Okay, now on to the next step. Now let's test that our GitHub action works. So all we need to do is create a pull request. So let me just go to GitHub. Okay, I'll first show you this. So if you see this blue colored text over here, it's a hyperlink that takes us to our repository. So you just need to click on it, and I'll be now sharing my GitHub screen. Stop screen and share the GitHub tab. Excellent. Now we are on the GitHub tab. Now let's create like a pull request, a basic pull request, and then test it out. So let's go over here to pull request. We'll create a new pull request, and we will also need to like make some. We'll need to make a change for this. So um, let's go back to our code. We'll just create a README file. Yep, that's what we should do. Create a new file, readme.md. Um, our first GitHub action. Now, instead of committing changes here, now listen carefully, please. Instead of committing changes here, we need to create a new branch for this and then start a pull request. So let's propose a new file here. And now we have this option to create a pull request. So we aren't going to do anything here. Just simply click on this button, create a pull request. All right. Um, Let me know if you are able to do this. Okay, what a pull request does. All right. So so on GitHub you'll find a lot of different projects, uh, and if you want to like say fix a issue with one of them, like those projects may not even be yours. uh, for example, let me like head over to one of my friends projects. Okay, let me head over there to. All right, so my friend is learning how to use GitHub over here. So I want to like add something to his repository. So add something more to his code. So what I'm going to do is fork his project. Oh, so fork already exists. So let me just go over to my fork. and now I can edit this into my fork that I've already created. So what should I write over here? Hello world. Let me just write hello world. Right. So now I propose a change to this, and now I'll have to create a pull request. So now the change that we made is only in our fork, in our local fork. It's still not in Summer's in this my friend's software here. It's on our fork that is associated with our own account. So now let's say that Samar Pradhan, this my friend over here, he likes this change that I made, and he wants to add it to his repository. So now I'm going to create a pull request here with this summit. So let me go over here and compare and pull request. So you see my fork has these new changes which I can get Summer to merge. So for Summer to be able to merge my code into his repository, what he needs to do is approve my pull request, merge my pull request, and I'm creating this pull request over here where the head repository is mine and the base is Samar Pradhan. So the base is where I'm supposed to where I want to add my code, or where I want where I want to merge my code, and the head is basically the fork that I created. And now I create a pull request. Now, if Samar Pradhan likes this pull request, or if he needs it, then he can merge it himself. So I'll show you how to merge a pull request into my own in our own thread that we created. But you can see previously Samar Pradhan merged one of my old pull requests. And now, if you see what I changed in this commit, it was um, yep. So this is what I changed. I like Samar. I am Samar. I like GitHub formatted as Thord. Okay, and then Samar Pradhan merged this. So that means you'll be able to see this in Samar Pradhan's repository. Check this out. So this is the code that I submitted, and that's how I pull requested it into his repository. I hope you understood it now. Let me know if you have like any more questions. Okay, cool. You got it, I hope. You'll be able to understand it much better when we like create a. Oops, I accidentally stopped presenting that. Let me just open GitHub again. We are like running out of time, so we'll be doing this really quick. Mm, our repository was called FreeHats Action. All right, now I'm just gonna present this. All right, I hope you can see it now. Cool. Mm, now you'll see a pull request that I created myself in here. Now, how do we test this action? So you'll have to click on these checks, and then you'll have to view details over here. Oh wait, these are like not from the test action. Let me see where our action is. I think we made like some mistake here. Let's rerun all these checks. So if we did everything correctly, then we should be able to see a we should be able to run the test thing. Let me go back to my code and see what's wrong. Oh wait, I did not commit properly. I made a mistake over there. Yep, sorry about that. Let me just fix whatever I did here. Mm, I just need to commit and push everything. So we did not commit and push properly. Um, hey, were you able to commit and push this thing to GitHub and then try this out for yourself? In the meantime, I'll try to fix this on Replit. I'm not presenting that screen right now, but then I'm working on it. Let me just go back over here, git oops, cd and cd into fray hats. All right, so now here I'll need to enter my username. All right, you are able to merge the pull request, fine. Um, okay, wait, hold on, just give me a minute. It, uh, I'll show it again. Right now I just need to merge my, just need to push my code. You are not supposed to merge the pull request actually. You're supposed to look for the GitHub action that we built. I'll show you how to do that right. Okay, I will need to enter my personal access token. So this is like really complicated. I'll need to create a personal access token here. Okay, just give me a couple of moments while I don't merge it yet. Uh, there's something that you have to look for under the checks. So just give me a minute. I'll do this and I'll let you. I'll present the screen again. Just give me one moment, please. I'm really sorry. Okay, I'm back. Yep. Now I'll be showing you how to do this. So let me just present my screen here. Share screen, Replit. Yep, here. Now I have to again use git push Kanha. Now we'll be pushing everything to the main branch. So let's go to our project. Now I'm going to share my GitHub page. I mean the GitHub tab that was at this link. Sorry, this is taking like way more time than I expected it to. But let's complete this. We are almost done. We're almost done with this. Start to get my gray hats action up here. Yep, cool. So now you can see this that this is a action. Now we push it properly again, and now we can find this action here. So if you can see this on your GitHub repository, let me know in the comments. This is what we are looking for. Okay, are you sure you pushed it the right way? Oh yeah. So what you need to do is create a personal access token. Do you have one already? Because GitHub stopped letting people access people use passwords. So if you don't see all of these files there on your GitHub, that means you did not commit properly, just like I had done previously. So you'll need to create like a personal access token, and then run git add dot git commit -m and your commit message, and git push origin main. I'll wait like for 1 minute to do this, for you to do this. Yeah, okay, fine. Okay, let me know when you're done. I'm waiting for you here. I don't think we'll be able to complete this entirely today, but in that case, we are just going to leave it at hello world instead of doing the thank you part. But yeah, git add dot. I'll copy and paste the commands that I used. Yep. First is git add dot, and then so what this does is it just adds the entire all of your changes to Git, and now you have to commit those changes to the Git repository with a commit message. So you can put this command, and finally after that you have to push all of your changes to the repository, and for that you will be using this command. And this is what you are going to be using to push it finally. Let me know when you're done with this, and then we can demonstrate how the action is going to work. Yeah, you have to put the token, the personal access token, instead of the password. If you use your GitHub account's password, then it won't work. Okay, all good. Excellent. Now we've got 4 minutes left. Now I'm going to show you how this works. So now can you see this blue text that I've highlighted on my repository? If you can see this, then you're set. Let me know if you can see this blue text on. Oh, great. That means you just created your very first GitHub action. Now we are going to see how this works. So to do that, let's create a pull request. So we are going to add file. Now you can follow along. We need to finish this in like a couple of minutes. So let's create a new file. We're going to call it readme.md, a markdown file, and it will just contain the text word first GitHub action. Now instead of committing this file, we are going to create a new branch. Now this is like a really important thing to do if you want to test out this GitHub action that we just created. So instead of committing, select this second option. Now you click on the propose a new file button and simply click on the blue button over here. Create a pull request. All right. So now you can find. Okay, so this is where you will find your GitHub action that we just created. It's in progress right now, and we'll see more details when it executes. So right now you see it's setting up the job, it's running actions, which means this part of the line basically means we are checking out the code that we just put in the pull request. And now we are running this hello world, and you can see hello world over here. And now this means our action is complete. Now you can use it to like even post some comments over there. So for that we'll need GitHub's action toolkit, but then we can't demonstrate that right now because it's already 12. I mean, it's already an hour since we started the workshop. Let me see how big this is. Yeah, it's gonna take a while, so we can't really demonstrate this right now. But you just created your first GitHub action, and if you're interested, and as you can see, it works. So and anyone else who's following on the stream with me, alright, so your action was able to work. Now you can go through the GitHub docs and customize this however you want. In fact, your action can even create a comment, and that's what we initially intended to do if there hadn't been a shortage of time. But now you can like if you're interested in using actions, you can definitely check that out. I would also like to inform you that GitHub is hosting a prize category at Freyhats, and they are going to be giving away a GitHub AutoCAD stickers and puzzle bundle as a prize to the people who use GitHub most creatively. So there's like, so use of actions is definitely a creative way to use GitHub. So you can find out cool ways to integrate actions into your project and even mention that you have used actions on your dev post submission. Now, if you need any more help with actions, you can always check out the GitHub docs, or you can reach out to a mentor, create a mentor support ticket on our Discord. So I guess that's it. Thanks for watching and have a nice day. And you can actually meet me in the hacker hangout that we are hosting right now in about a minute. So I'll see you there on the Discord. Bye bye.